ongoing thing. You know, sometimes people try to struggle with, should I be with this person? Should I not? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, what type of value does this person bring in your life, and is it conducive to the vision you see yourself having going forward? If not, then maybe you should decide what you want to make changes, you know?
I'm more in tune with what my value is myself.
For who you are?
For who I am, and if they add to my existing value.
Okay.
I'm a solid ass woman, so I can't have no fuck boys.
Huh? All right, we're about to get it going. So, all right, you guys, my name is Preach.
I'm T-Dot.
Mack O.
Appreciate you guys tuning in. So What You Think podcast. We're now recording with our great partner, Soul Solutions on 106 and Broadway. This time we're going to be talking about relationships and when is the time to let go. And so, T-Dot, you want to...
I'm very passionate about, and I'm not saying I just like to cut people off, but
that bitterness. One time to let go of that too.
Yeah.
Letting go of bitterness, letting go of hurt. That is probably been one of the, and this has been most recent, because I'll say Mack O probably has been around while I had a whole lot of resentment and hate in my heart. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm the clapback queen. Mm-hmm. I was writing poetry on these.
Okay.
I was giving them my energy. I was giving them everything. I gave them everything, and I got nothing in return. So in letting go of that hurt, I'm in a much happier place.
Okay.
Troy, do it down the phone. Yeah, because
so were you doing diss songs for him and stuff?
I was doing diss tracks. I mean, they called me the petty pastor of poetry because
she was getting up on doing poetry.
The petty pastor of
talking
poetry.
about
Jesus.
Yellow panties and Johnny Walker Black.
Johnny Walker Black.
I was slaying bitches. I was like, and it was at the time I felt like it was therapeutic, but then people kept saying, "Ooh, say that poem again." I'm like, well, I'm really not even mad at them no more.
Because people love nonsense.
People love the nonsense, and I'm like, I'm giving. That's me at this point. I'm not disgruntled.
Yeah.
I'm not upset. The situation is what it is.
Right.
I'm over it. So y'all want to keep reliving it, like, girl, say that.
So
again.
let me ask you a question. So when did you get to that point to where you knew? Because it sounds like you were still with that person when you was doing poetry and stuff like that.
No, it wasn't even a man. It was some females.
Just in general?
Not even because
it was just females.
It was some females. It was some ended friendships, and I mean, people were so into that beef and that pettiness that they encouraged it, and they spoke life into it more than I did.
Oh yeah.
What made me want to, I had to look at my blessings. I mean, I got some dope going on in my life, and it might not be something I broadcast everywhere. As far as things that I've done, as far as my financial situations, my situations with my kids, I got all these positive things that I have going on.
Yeah. And
what I'm focused on to the world, it seems as though I'm just focused on some failed friendships, which to me at this point, I'm like, it's all right. We ain't all got to be friends forever.
So are you talking about like time to let go of friendships?
Time to let go of friendships, relationships, situationships.
Yeah, a friendship is a relationship.
Yes.
Right. Because I was thinking more of like relationships when you're intimate with somebody, like have
but
something.
That counts too.
But it's the same thing.
All
Right.
Same thing.
Right. Definitely same thing. So what do you think? Have you been in a position where you've had to cut off some people?
Yeah, man. Friends.
Family.
Well,
any major ones though.
I've been really blessed, man, in life that I've always been pretty picky on the people. Like, I'm cool with everybody.
Right.
But the people that I really get close to, I've always been blessed, man, to really kind of choose well on the people I got close to.
Yeah.
I usually can kind of see, like, fake stuff, like, far away. So
you think you got
all my friends that I've
character?
Had, yes, all my friends that I had, we are all still homies. Like I don't have them stories where I'm like, I had this dude or that person or even women in the past. I don't really have no really bad stories. I mean, I had women I had to cut off, but that was just
I have like bad stories as far as like people that are really bad, but I think that as I've grown, like my growth has caused me to really be mindful of the type of people that I really want in my life. Just because I think a lot of homeboys I got, a lot of homegirls too, they like to kick it hard. And I can't always kick it hard because I have so much stuff going on in my life. So I've had to be mindful of it. But my wife is usually like the one that's more protective. And it's like, yo, if you decide you want to do this, then you probably don't want this person involved in your life. Or if you decide that you want to pursue this, even like some of the family members, she's like, yo, you got a podcast. You got people that genuinely want to invest in you, and you got people that just don't care about anything that you got going on in your life. I think that it would be better for you to surround yourself around these people that genuinely want to see you do well and be well than people that's just like wasting
That's
your time.
about knowing your value.
Right.
The value that you put into yourself. Because and Mack O has put me up on so many analogies that I can almost do them myself a little bit now.
Go ahead. So, what's that?
This is my analogy on how we value ourselves.
Okay.
So,
Pastor
for
Mack.
example.
Bishop Mack.
Our cell phones, we value the shit out of our cell phones.
Okay.
Let a toddler pick up your cell phone. You'll foot swip, you'll damn near choke the kid out, tackle them to get your phone because you're scared that baby gonna crack your screen. But we let people in our lives that will crack our lives left and right, and we don't care. We hang around these dizzy door. We get these dizzy door bitches around us who don't have nothing but negative energy to come and get you so rattled, and you worried about who's talking about you because this bitch is in your ear saying, well, so-and-so don't like you, fuck her. Well, first off, that's not your friend.
Right.
I can honestly say I have friends that I'm sure people talk about me to them, but they're not going to come tell me because they know how my energy is. And I'm going to, and to keep my peace, keep it away from me. I don't need to hear about it.
T-Dot says she's not with the fake outrage.
I don't need it.
I don't need nobody. Don't come tell me what nobody said about me.
I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to affect me. It's not going to stop me from feeding my family.
Was they talking about putting their hands on me? Then I ain't worried about it. Then that's it.
If they was talking about it,
and I ain't worried about that either.
Keep talking, run up.
I ain't worried about none of
some
that.
people that talk and throw dirt, and I think that just kind of comes along with human nature.
I'm supposed to be a conversation piece.
Right, that's how you have to look at it.
I was born to be a conversation piece.
That's how you have to look at it.
Talk about it.
You can't take it. And speaking of phones and analogies about phones, talking about people value themselves, people will have like virus protection on their phone and still be having unprotected sex.
Unprotected sex with a lot of
it's
people.
The same thing. Like, I don't do virus protection on my meat stick, but I do on
married,
my phone.
So
it's the same
I'm good.
thing.
It's crazy how people value their material things more than they value their energy. I'll fight you for scuffing up my shoes in the club, but you can scuff up my life for years and years and years in a toxic relationship that I know is. The last relationship I was in, I realized it was bad, and I stayed in it.
Why?
Because it was comfortable. And I mean, it got to the point where I realized it was on a Thursday. He came into ICE. And I'm like, every time I see him, a lot of people come on Thursday.
But then that happens with a lot of stuff.
Every time he came in the building, my energy, I would get sad. Like, I would be like, I didn't want to kick it. I didn't want to do nothing. I'm like...
So that
was wrong. That was not me.
I would say it is smart to be conscious of anything that stifles your energy. That can be a job. I've stayed in jobs.
That's what I was just about to go to.
Pay very well. And
that's where I was going.
That's what my new book is about.
Walking away. That's what you got to do.
From it. Anything. Because I feel like all of us are life forms of energy. And energy never gets stifled. If you notice that. And all of us are wired to really be amazing in life, but often we surround ourselves around different things that just really limit the potential of everything.
We subtract a lot from our value,
and that's where I was going when you talk about
value is the amount that you've been used.
When is it the time to step away?
Whether it's a good use or bad
from that job.
When I do that,
when you wake up and you're like, man, another day of this.
Yep.
At that point, man, it's time to start reevaluating. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter what. Man, if you wake up every day and you start saying, I got to that point where I was like, I'm not even the person that normally needs a lot of sleep, and I usually wake up ready to go attack the world is what I tell myself when I go to sleep. When I wake up, that'd be on my mind. But if I start getting to the point where I feel like the world is already getting me just because I got to go to this job. Man, I quit. I don't care how long I've been there. I don't care about the benefits. None of that. And my wife already knows. She'll see it on my face. She's like, uh-oh. You finna quit, ain't you? You already see it. This ain't for me.
Because my spirit, I don't have a backup.
Well, no, I'll go. Even if I have to go find another job, even if it's okay, I'm about to go find another job. Is this at this point? This is not for me, man.
Right.
My spirit and my energy is not right, and I need to change. And that's the same way with people. When you were talking about how that's how I judge people. But I just change how I deal with people.
Right.
Like if I feel like, okay, this person's energy isn't right. Like I got a business I'm starting.
Right.
And so I have people that I got a lot of people that I know.
Right.
But that doesn't mean everybody is a fit this business.
Right. Everybody's
right.
got to fit that game plan.
Right. That's what I was saying. And that has nothing to do with how much I love you or I care about you or anything.
Yeah.
You have to fit. Right. You have to have the right, for what I need, the right energy. And it's the same way, like you watch, the reason why Golden State is killing everybody. At the end of the day, they fit.
Right.
Everybody has a role, and everybody
have a role to play.
And not even in life, it's not even about just having a role and playing your role. It's about loving your role. Like whatever role you in, no matter even if it feel like it's low, man, you gotta really love your role and realize it's important.
Right.
And if you can do that, then you can succeed. But if you're around people, even if they're in a role and they good at it, but if in their whole mind is, I'm only in this role for a minute because I'm planning to be somewhere else, then that's different.
Right.
And so you might have to separate people.
That's why I think vision is so important, though, because I always talk about like having a vision and having that idea thing of what you would like your life to be like. But even like T-Dot, that's naturally charismatic. She has good energy around her. She knows, like, even when she's at a table, all her girls are around her, right? She plays a really important role in who she is. But having that vision to understand, like, yo, this is what I want to be known for. This is what I want my life to be looked at. I think we all had that, but sometimes we're just not as mindful and conscious of it.
And I will say this, when it comes to my friends, I don't have a game plan. I don't have a blueprint. It happens. It just happens. Like my best friend Tammy, we are polar opposites. She's an introvert.
Okay.
Quiet. She just, and when we all went to Millwood together, people that know us from Millwood don't understand. Like, how can y'all two? But it's not even about
what brings y'all together.
It's something about her energy fits my energy, even though we're totally two different people.
Right.
We've been friends for years, and I promise you, we argue.
That's all my life for, though, huh?
We've had one argument, and that was over Miley Cyrus. No, That's So Raven. Taking our kids to go see That's So Raven. That was the only argument we've had in over 20 years.
Bro, that's funny.
So okay, what about in relationships with, like what you were talking about, relationships, whatever? How you know when it's time to walk away?
think that when I feel like it's time to end or really relationships, I think that you have to get clear on what you value, expectations, and I used to feel like I didn't believe in divorce, but I do believe in divorce, and I'll tell you why. I think that sometimes whenever you get with an individual, we notice the red flags, but human nature has this desire of belonging. And sometimes our desire for belonging overwhelms the actual reality of the relationship, where a person may not want to be what you want them to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's two people and they say, hey, this is what I want for my life, if you don't feel like you want to be that person, it's okay for us to separate and go and build upon what we feel like is important for who we are. Because sometimes in relationships, we give up so much of who we are that we don't recognize how damaging it is to our sense of identity. And like you talked about, you losing your joy. I think that the way you are wired was created for you to live a life of passion. But when you have to sacrifice your passion, you're dull, you're stifled, your livelihood is leaving you, you end up sick, you end up depressed, you're no longer bringing the productivity of your uniqueness to a picture. And that's I see my mom did that. She was with my daddy, cheating on her, playing on her, women in and out. She wanted to be with him, sick, still wanted to be with him and wanted to give her everything. She loved to sing. She quit doing karaoke. She quit singing. And she's like, well, I feel like if I just quit doing this and I spend time with him, maybe he would love me.
She was trying to morph into what she
thought he wanted.
And I see that in relationships. And I said it for myself, like, if you feel like you're giving everything that you are and that person does not reciprocate it and they don't have a desire to, it's okay for you to separate, figure out what's important to you, because I think love is one of the most valuable things that people would sacrifice their whole life of it, and I feel like everybody's deserving of it. But if you're entertaining a person that has no desire to reciprocate that, you're wasting your whole life, and I don't think anybody's worth it. I think we're all worth way more than that.
If you've communicated what you want and don't want or what you need, and it's not coming to fruition.
Yeah,
I know y'all have to help me with these
fruit and stuff.
Yeah.
It don't come to fruit.
That's just me.
And stuff. So if you have communicated it and it's still an issue, after so long, like, it's time to go.
It's time to go. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think that life is great when you try. If it fails, it's okay. You pick it up and go. We get on top of her. So what's up, man? Tell us what you think. What do you guys think? When is it time to let go of a relationship? When is it time to go let go?
Taking the bumps and bruises.
And dumb Diego's leading you on the wrong path, that's when it's time,
when is it time to let go of what? Relationships, belief systems, because those need to be let go.
Yes.
Yo,
I let go of religion. And I got so close to God.
Man, it took me 12 years. 12 years. And when I tell you,
I was free.
Was the hardest decision I had to make.
Hey, man, you got to let go. Look, sometimes you got to unlearn some of that stuff your parents taught you, man.
Yep.
Everything mama and daddy and grandma taught you don't need to be passed on.
A lot of work. If it's taking too much work, I'm not doing it.
Is it time? Yeah, it's time. Okay, cool. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. My name is Preach.
I'm T-Dot.
I'm Mack O.
So what you think? Shout out to Soul Solutions. Love you guys. Appreciate it.
Subscribe,
like, share.
Hey, look, man. I think people be knowing they need to leave stuff alone.
They know.
And then you just be in denial. Like cognitive dissonance is so real. Like you can know somebody ain't for you, but you still be telling yourself lies. You know. Even like Santa Claus,
sometimes
you knew Santa Claus wasn't real for like 5 more years before you admitted it.
Everybody feels resistance in regards to cognitive dissonance. But they don't never challenge when they feel those triggers.
Right.
That's what the thing
you
is.
believe in the whole American system, but you know that it's really a scam. Like all that. We just all live in all that stuff, man. We live in the lie. Because we like it's more comfortable to live in the BS.
I was with somebody for 8 years because I felt like that's what.
Just more comfortable. Just like it's easier to find somebody new.
It's what I deserve.
Hey, look, I believe that's it right there. I believe in life, ultimately, you get what you think you deserve. Not what you want.
Facts.
Not what you say.
Not what you actually deserve.
What you think you deserve.
You know, we'll talk about the Bible. I think that's why Jesus was so impressed by belief. If you look at faith and all the things
that was his only superpower.
That was his only thing. He was
his only power was
you
he
have
believed.
This type of belief. Because he knew that people's belief system is the main thing that really dictates the narrative of their lives, which I'm really serious about that. But
all he was saying is, man, if you just believe, you can do anything.
Anything.
And people just determine not to believe they can do anything. But look, for a long time I didn't, but now I believe I can do anything. I'm manifesting all kinds of stuff. I'm about to start making cups move and stuff. I'm about all that, man.
He was like, "Yeah, cups moving." I believe that, bro. I believe that.
I'm about to make my muscles big when I'm working out. I'm just gonna think about it and
I believe I can eat these gummy bears and believe it's really salad, and that my body is gonna break down into the microbiome.
I will the extra inch on my meat stick.